from that day on, believe it or not, I gave him the trophy. I got the money. I never saw that man again.
Wow.
Ever again. And it was unbelievable. And they tore me down, make sure it was illegal.
Yeah.
And so that's how I got started racing.
Wow.
And then 2 weeks later, the guy saw me in Berlin and then saw me in Lancaster. And that's when the Rupp guys approached me to race for them for Rupp. And it was a full boat. Never bought rented a room, bought a chewing gum, food, everything. I was taken care of for 10 straight years from Rupp. And then I also raced for Chaparral. I was also raced for Bottle, and back then I had a Polaris 650, a 340 cat, and a 400 stock. Rupp. I had 3 brands, all with their lettering and everything. And then we did that, and then after that, I got back. Rupp wanted me to stay, just do Rupps, not cat and Polaris. So then I went into all the mod stuff. We made everything modifieds, and that's just how it went, and it just went on. And later on in the years, Mercury called me up, Lyle Forsgren from Rupp, the Rupp factory, because he saw me race at Eagle River out there and got 2 seconds at Eagle River with his the 340 mod Rupps. And he says, Paul, I'm working for Mercury now, and I want to send you 2 sleds from the factory. I want you to race for us, to be the first Mercury's to hit Maine. And they said that to me, and it was unbelievable. It was just, those sleds was just so fast, so ahead of everybody else, that it was unbelievable that I never lost a 295 mod or 400 stock to race the whole winter, not even a heat or semifinal. It was like ridiculous. And the worst part is, I got to say this, I only used 4 belts on 2 sleds the whole winter.
Wow.
It was amazing. And I do all my own clutch work back then. The first year, I didn't even have a mechanic.
Wow.
You didn't need one. The sled was so unbelievable. All I do was lube my clutches, and that's it, and get my steering down and my studding.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. And then in Boonville, if I wouldn't have got hurt in Boonville, I would have liked to have been gone to Eagle River, because I was favored to win a couple of sleds. And there was nothing. It's not like they were close races. They were like slaughters. The machines were so much faster.
Yeah.
And then I took that year off the heel and came back. And Dick Lane out of Good All Brothers, he says, Paul, you want to go back into race? I says, makes no difference to me. He said, well, I got a couple of sleds for you. And they came up with the 250 and the 440s. And we took that up to Jaguar. Everybody came up from everywhere. Even Brad Hollins was with me. He raced 3 classes against me.
Yeah.
He won 1 and I won 2. And that's how we met and became friends. And it was fantastic. And then I won 5 out of 6 features. And people looked at me saying they never thought I'd ever race again, because I had to take a whole year just to heal my legs and my shoulders and arms. But I went on for 6 more weeks and I retired in Lancaster, right here. 12 years when I first started. How's that?
Wow.
I retired on a Saturday. I didn't even stay for Sunday. I retired on a Saturday the day I started. I says, this is it. I'm done. I had another child coming. I was building a house. I had a fuel oil business. I just didn't have the time anymore.
Yeah.
And I says, this is it. So, but after that, between you and I, I've been still snowmobiling for the last 22 winters.
Nice. There we go. Our good friend, Paul Lamontange. Anything you want to